Welcome back to Maths with Mrs. J. I have a cool tip for the day. If you're wanting to square a number that ends in a 5, this is particularly useful for numbers between 10 and 100, but it will work for numbers bigger than that as well. The tip is you take the number of 10s that are there and multiply by the next number up. That will become your number of hundreds. And then you just whack a 25 on the end and that will be your answer. I'll give you an example. So say I wanted to do 15 squared. Okay, we know our answer is going to end in a 25. We look at our number of 10s. That's a 1. We need to do 1 times the next number up, which is 2. And that will become our number of hundreds. Here's another example. If I had, say, 35 squared that I wanted to work out, what's going to end in 25, we're going to do 3 times 4 for our number of hundreds, which of course will take us into the thousands, and that's okay. So it'll be 1225. One more, and then I'll show you why it works. 85 squared. Okay, it'll end in a 25. What do we need to do? We need to do 8 times 9, which is 72. It will actually work for numbers bigger than 100, but the benefit kind of goes a little bit. For example, if I wanted to do, say, 215 squared, what I'd need to do there is I'd need to do 21 times 22 and then end that in a 25. It will still work. You will still get the correct answer, but it's kind of defeating the purpose to some extent. Like it's not that much easier than doing it the long way. Now let me show you why it works. So why does this work? So let's say we've got a number that is some number of 10s. So say we started with the number A5 and I'm allowing A to be anything bigger than 1. It can go into the hundreds column, that's fine, all right? So if we have A5 as our number written out, that's the same as 10 lots of A plus our 5. So if we're going to square it, we're going to get 10A plus 5 all squared. Using our perfect square expansion, we're going to get 100A squared plus 2 times 10A times 5, which is 100A, plus 5 squared, which is 25. Now here's our 25. Here, what you've got is 100A times A plus 1 when you take out 100A as a factor. And this bit here is your A times 1. And that tells you how many hundreds you're going to have. So it's really very cool, and that's why it actually works. As I said before, it works best for numbers under 100 because then the multiplication part is super easy. If you get over 100, certainly you can do it. Let's do an example where you should actually know how to do the multiple off by heart. So say we had, say, 115 squared that we wanted. You should know what 11 times 12 is, okay? That's 132, isn't it? And then we're going to end in a 25. So it's really very cool. Neat little trick there.